Any good Owen Hart stories?
Owen was always freaking hilarious. Man, he's the king of ribs. Um, you always knew no matter what, if you were involved with Owen in a show in some way, or even out. I mean, he didn't really go to bars or not like that very much, but if you went to the restaurant with him or something like that, you knew somebody was going to get a prank pulled on him. That's why I used to always watch his matches out the curtain to see what he was going to do, and he would just do the most ridiculous shit. I told this story about the time we were in the Philippines, and it was back when Davey and Lex Luger were wrestling together. The American British gimmick, and him and Yoko were wrestling together, and they did everything in their power to make Davey Boy looked strong as hell and did everything in his power to make Lex Luger look stupid. But Davey pressed Owen over his head, wham! And Davey goes, "Look, I'm the strongest." And then he was supposed to, in the spot, feed Luger. And he feeds up to Luger, and Luger grabs him, and he completely sandbags. And it's like, oh, and he falls. And Owen was like, kicked him in the ass. He goes, "Get out of here." And I was just in the back laughing my ass off. And then he, like, at the same show, he took a bunch of like stuff from the craft table, like the food, and he just went out there. And at one point, he had like Luger in this chin lock, and he reached down in his singlet and pulled like this freaking watermelon and coffee grounds, and just shoved it in. And we're sitting there in the back laughing, watching this
Oh,
shit. Just laugh. I mean, it broke Luger's will. He was just like, "God, I hate this place." It was shortly before he quit, I think, and
wow.
went to WCW. But yeah, that Owen, man, it was just constant. And it was all in good fun. It wasn't really, you know, like spiteful stuff that hurt somebody's gimmick or hurt somebody's money. He did funny stuff that was just childish, stupid, goofy pranks. And yeah, he's he's one of those guys, one of the few that I could say he was a good human being, and he is definitely missed. And he was one of the few guys. I always say I could count the number on one hand of the guys that were faithful to their wives and all that stuff. I go, he was one of those guys, man. He was faithful to his family. He was faithful to his wife and kids. He was, and he loved the business, and he always had fun. That's why I liked him so much. I always wanted to just have fun. I knew I wasn't making money, so at least I wanted to have fun, and he always made it fun.
Is there anything you want to plug? Is there any, if people want to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I have a fledgling podcast. I've got a couple of podcasts too, and basically I stream them through Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. One of them is called The Recovery Podcast, and it's me and another guy that worked for Drug Court. We do a recovery podcast about substance abuse, and it's kind of gaining popularity, but again, it is very new. And the other thing I do is called Trash Cam Live, and it's just basically me and my co-host sitting there shooting the shit about anything that's going on in the world. We talk wrestling, uh, we talk anything that comes up, and they are both live and fully interactive. The fans comment during the show, and we answer their comments and questions. But the Recovery Podcast is on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's on Facebook, Mike Drosy. It's on YouTube, Duke the Dumpster Official, and Twitch. It's on the Trash Cam Live account right now. Like I said, I'm still putting all this together, but the Trash Cam Live is on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's at the same three places. I tell everybody go to YouTube and look up Duke the Dumpster Official Trash Cam Live, and you'll find all the podcast stuff that I do. So yeah, YouTube Duke the Dumpster Official. You can see everything I do, and we just have a good time. It's fun. I have fun with it, and yeah, that's what I'm doing.